Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the data pre-processing in the machine learning. So why the data pre-processing steps is required for the machine learning? As we know, whenever we develop any machine learning model, so for that we would need data, and the data quality should be good. If we train our machine learning model with some garbage type of the data which doesn't have any quality information, then we will get some garbage type of the output. So it is required to do data pre-processing. We cannot directly use some raw data or some uncleaned or some bad quality of the data to train our machine learning model. So it is required to do data pre-processing to get some good quality of the information from the data and use those good quality of the features to train our machine learning model. As we know, the data which we collect from the different sources, that particular data is very messy. Like we cannot directly use that particular data. Like these are some sources, first, second and third. These are some different data sources. What we are going to do, we just collect those data and store at one place. This could be your data lake, this could be your data warehouse, or this could be your cloud, S3 in Amazon. If we just extract the data from the source system and store this particular place, so we cannot use this particular data for our machine learning model. So before that, we have to use data pre-processing steps from here to here. So what we used to perform, we apply the data pre-processing step in this raw data and extract the useful features or good quality of the features and use these features to train our machine learning model. So as the definition says, data in the real world is extremely messy and chaotic, and we cannot directly use this data for our machine learning model. Why we cannot? There are many reasons. That's the data types. We collect the data from the different sources. I collect the data from the X1 source, X2 source and X3 source. Employee number. I am collecting the employee number from this source and the data type is numeric here. But the employee number which I am collecting from the source S2 might be someone by mistakenly mentioned the employee number data type is string. So these type of the data type the errors we normally get in real world type of the data. So we have to remove this type of the errors in the raw data. Second one is the data errors, data inconsistency and incomplete data. What is data errors? Salary of the employee is $10 and by mistakenly or due to some system errors, due to some system issue, my salary is showing -$10. So it means due to some integration. I am collecting the data from the S1 source and I am also collecting data from the S2 source. So while combining those two data, due to some transformation or due to some integration, mention the -$10. So we have to remove this type of the errors in the systems. And data inconsistency. I am collecting the employee and employee number from the X1 source. And also from the X2 source, I am also collecting the employee and employee number. I am collecting the two columns from the table, employee from the source 1 and employee table from the source 2. While collecting the information from the source S1, I found that the employee name is Tom. His employee ID 1234. But what I found in source 2, same employee and his employee ID is 123. It means data is inconsistent which we collected from source 1 and source 2. So we have to remove this type of the inconsistency in the data. And incomplete data. I have a column gender. In the gender column, somebody mentioned FEM, somebody mentioned female, somebody mentioned male, somebody mentioned male. So you can see here, these are not the same. Somebody mentioned short form FEM, somebody mentioned FEML while entering the information in the source system. These are some incomplete data. So we have to make it complete. Either we can use only FEM in the column or we can use the female. So we have to make it complete. There are many errors we normally used to get in the source system data. So we have to remove those errors in the system. So due to these type of the issues, we perform the data pre-processing steps. Like this is your source data. then B will perform the data pre-processing, then we get good quality of the features. By these features we train our machine learning model. Let's understand what type of the steps or what type of the data pre-processing step we use to perform the real world type of the problems. As you can see here, data pre-processing can take up to 60 to 70% of your total project time. It means if we train our model with raw data or not a good quality of the data, then we will get a very bad result with our machine learning model. It means it will not perform better with some unseen data. So it is always recommended to invest your good amount of time to perform the data pre-processing steps, because if we get a good quality of the information from the data, then we will get a good quality of the output. What are the steps we used to perform? Once we have a raw data, on top of that we perform the data cleaning. Basically what we used to perform, these are called as a EDA. It means we also call as a EDA, exploratory data analysis. By using EDA we do some analysis, we try to understand the data. So it means once you understand your data, after that you can perform the data cleaning steps, these steps. Because if you don't understand your data, then you cannot perform data cleaning steps. And first we have to make a good understanding with the data. We have to understand what is inside the data, how the data is behaving, what are the pattern inside the data. So for that we normally used to perform the EDA part. On that basis we can perform the data cleaning and feature engineering steps. So in data cleaning what we used to perform, we perform the duplicate data, handling the duplicate data, handling the irrelevant data, handling the structural errors, handling the missing values, handling the outliers. After that we perform the feature engineering, where we do the feature extraction, feature transformation and feature selection. Once we collect the data from the different sources, we store that particular data at warehouse or data lake or over the cloud S3 or whatever the agreement you have with the business. On that basis you store that particular data. That is called as a data integration. It means you are integrating data from the different sources to at one place. After that we perform the EDA. By using the EDA we try to understand the data, how much you will be able to understand the data. By using the EDA you will perform the data cleaning, and after that feature engineering. Once you will perform the feature engineering, after that you will get good features. I mean good quality of the features you will get. By using these good features you will train our machine learning model. So these are the just like a data pre-processing flow. It means different source system, then store that particular data, that is called data integration. Then we do the EDA. By in the EDA we try to understand our data. Once we are able to understand our data, after that we try to perform the data cleaning steps, where we perform these techniques. Then we perform the feature engineering steps. Then after that we get the good quality of the features. So here I only mentioned the some technique what we used to perform the data pre-processing steps. From on the next onwards I will explain each and every technique in more details. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.